I saw a movie on TV. It was about a girl who sold herself for 1 million a night.
Indecent proposal, yes.
Yes, that's it. And I thought that, maybe I can do this too with my virginity.
I'm auctioning off my virginity. I might make $1 million. You never know how it'll go, you know.
I plan to give my virginity after marriage. For me, this virginity means so much. I want to sell it because I want to study, I want to discover the world, learn languages, and to be a businesswoman.
In recent years, a disturbing trend has emerged: women auctioning off their virginity online, driven by a combination of desperation, curiosity, and a desire for financial gain. These women are willing to sell their most intimate experience to the highest bidder. From the United States to Brazil, women of various ages and backgrounds have offered their virginity for sale on online platforms. This video explores the ethical implications of virginity auctions, examining the motivations of those involved, the potential risks and benefits. But before we get started, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to click subscribe button. Kathy Coblerson. Kathy Coblerson, a 24-year-old from Texas, made headlines in 2004 when she listed her virginity for sale on eBay. The auction, which garnered significant media attention, was eventually removed from the platform. While the exact reasons for the removal remain unclear, it's likely due to eBay's policies against auctions that involve personal services or illegal activities. Despite the auction's removal, Kathy Coblerson's story continues to be a topic of discussion. Her decision to offer her virginity for sale challenged societal norms and sparked conversations about the intersection of technology, consumer culture, and personal autonomy. While the ultimate outcome of the auction remains unknown, it serves as a notable example of the complexities and controversies surrounding the commercialization of personal experiences in the digital age. Rosie Reid. Rosie Reid, an 18-year-old university student from London, recently made headlines for a harrowing experience. To avoid graduating with significant debt, she auctioned her virginity online. The highest bidder, a 44-year-old BT engineer, paid $8,400 for the encounter. The transaction took place in a hotel room, with Reid's lesbian partner waiting outside, reportedly distraught by the situation. Reid described the experience as terrifying and uncomfortable. Despite her partner's support, she felt obligated to go through with the act. Afterward, she and her partner were overwhelmed by emotion and spent the night crying. The decision to auction her virginity was a desperate measure to avoid a lifetime of financial hardship. Reid had initially posted the auction as a joke, but eventually decided to follow through. The auction quickly gained attention, attracting thousands of bidders from around the world. Graciela Yatao. Graciela Yatao, 18, from Lima's impoverished San Diego district, advertised her virginity for sale in a local newspaper. The $5,000 asking price was a last resort to cover her mother's medical bills. Her decision has ignited a firestorm of criticism in Peru. While many expressed outrage at the idea of selling one's virginity, few addressed the underlying reasons for Graciela's desperate act. "It breaks my heart to see my mother suffer," Graciela told the local Trome newspaper. "We live in abject poverty, and I can't find a job that would help my family." Graciela's mother, Gracia, suffers from heart and kidney problems. "I can't even dream of finding work to pay for her medical care," Graciela said. The teenager has faced a barrage of abuse and threats since her story became public. Stones have been thrown at her home, and threats have been made against her family. Public figures, including television presenter Pamela Vertes and MP Mercedes Cabanillas, have criticized Graciela for her decision. They argued that her actions were damaging to Peru's reputation and that she should find a job instead. Graciela, however, maintained that she had no other choice. "I received thousands of hateful emails, but no one offered a solution," she told Spain's El Mundo newspaper. "I believe virginity is a state of mind, not a physical barrier." Fortunately, a businessman has offered to pay for Graciela's studies, allowing her to put her plan on hold. "I realized that continuing would only cause more harm to my mother," she said. Natalie Dylan, a 22-year-old woman from San Diego, has made headlines for her decision to auction off her virginity online. The auction has garnered significant attention and controversy, with Dylan receiving a bid of $3.7 million. Dylan's inspiration for the auction came from her sister, who was able to pay for college through prostitution. Dylan, who holds a degree in women's studies, hopes to use the auction proceeds to fund an advanced degree in family and marriage therapy. Despite facing widespread criticism, Dylan remains steadfast in her belief that the auction will benefit both herself and her future partner. In an interview with The Sun, she clarified that she is indeed a virgin, despite having had sexual experiences in the past. She emphasized that she has passed lie detector tests to prove her claim. Dylan has defended her decision against accusations of being degrading to women. She argued that she is not harming anyone and is simply making a personal choice. "I'm a very pro-choice person," she said. "I believe everyone should do what they think is right with their body." Alina Pera. Alina Pera, 18, from Romania, decided to sell her virginity to fund her university education. The auction, which was held on a German erotic website, attracted a bid of $8,182 from a 45-year-old Italian businessman. The businessman paid for Pera to travel to Venice. Pera described the experience as positive, saying that she enjoyed spending time with the man and found him charming and funny. "We only had sex once, then fell asleep. Next morning, we had breakfast together like any other couple, and I took the morning after pill. He told me he'd like to see me again, and I agreed," she revealed. Despite the controversy surrounding her decision, Pera remains committed to her goal of attending university. She hopes to use the money she earned from the auction to pay for her tuition. Graciela Fuoco. Fuoco, 36, rose to fame in 2007 after winning a beauty pageant. She later appeared on several reality TV shows, including Big Brother and L'Isola dei Famosi. In 2014, she attempted a music career, releasing a single with the help of her ex-boyfriend, Gianluca Tozzi. In 2008, Fuoco made headlines when she announced plans to auction off her virginity for €1 million. The controversial statement sparked widespread media attention. However, she later revealed that the auction was a publicity stunt. Fuoco has had a tumultuous personal life, including high-profile relationships with footballers Cristiano Ronaldo and Mario Balotelli. She has also faced challenges, such as the loss of both of her parents. Despite her ups and downs, Fuoco remains a prominent figure in Italian entertainment. Her appearance on La Volta Buona is sure to generate interest and discussion. Critics have denounced Fuoco's plan as a form of high-priced prostitution. They argue that airing a program centered around the loss of her virginity would set a new low for Italian television. The Uni Girl. In 2010, an anonymous New Zealand student known only as Uni Girl made headlines for auctioning off her virginity. She stated that she would use the proceeds to pay for her university fees. Uni Girl's decision sparked significant debate and criticism. Many questioned the ethics and morality of such a transaction, arguing that it was exploitative and objectified women. However, there were also those who defended her choice as a personal one made under difficult circumstances. Despite remaining anonymous, Uni Girl received over 1,200 bids for her virginity. Ultimately, she accepted a bid of $32,000, far exceeding her initial expectations. The proceeds from the auction allowed her to continue her education without the burden of student debt. Furthermore, the media's sensationalization of such events can contribute to a culture that objectifies women and reduces them to their physical attributes. It's important to approach these stories with sensitivity and respect for the individuals involved, avoiding exploitation and sensationalism. Shatona. In 2010, Shatona, an 18-year-old self-described new, not-used teen, made headlines when she auctioned off her virginity. She stated that she needed the money urgently and advertised her sale, which was ultimately finalized by an anonymous bidder for $27,900. The case of Shatona raises important ethical questions about the commodification of human bodies, particularly in the context of sexual experiences. By auctioning off her virginity, Shatona was essentially selling a unique aspect of her personal life, which can be seen as a form of exploitation. This raises concerns about the objectification of women and the potential for coercion or manipulation. Elizabeth Rain. Elizabeth Rain, 27, has created a website to facilitate the auction, with bidding set to begin on April 1st. The prize will be a 12-hour date with Rain, including her first sexual experience. Inspired by the example of Natalie Dylan, who received bids of $3.7 million for her virginity in 2009, Rain is motivated primarily by financial reasons. She has posted pictures on her website to provide a visual representation of herself while maintaining her anonymity. Rain has taken a professional approach to the auction, hiring an agent and agreeing to medical examinations to prove her virginity. She describes herself as a sensually stunning, highly educated, and charismatic American woman who believes her virginity has value, but that her self-respect is priceless. Despite not being under financial pressure, Rain views the auction as a practical financial opportunity. She plans to donate a portion of the proceeds to charity. Rain has carefully considered her decision to auction her virginity. She rejects the notion that virginity is a sacred gift reserved for a romantic partner, and instead views it as a personal choice. She acknowledges that her decision may be seen as controversial, but insists that she has formed her own moral code based on her education and personal beliefs. Rain is not concerned about comparisons to prostitution, arguing that the term is overly simplistic and stigmatizing. She believes that there are various types of sex work and that it's important to avoid generalizations. Katarina Migliorini. Katarina Migliorini, 20, from Santa Catarina, Brazil, sold her virginity to a Japanese man known as Natsu for a staggering $780,000. The auction, which attracted bidders from around the world, was organized by Australian filmmaker Justin Sisley, who is documenting the process for a documentary. Migliorini has stated that she will donate 90% of the proceeds to charities that build homes for the poor in her home state. However, Sisley has expressed skepticism about her claim, suggesting that she may be motivated more by financial gain than by philanthropy. Another participant in Sisley's documentary, 21-year-old Alexander Stepanov, also auctioned off his virginity. He received a much lower bid of $3,000 from a Brazilian woman named Nene B. The auctions have ignited a heated debate about the ethics of selling one's virginity and the potential exploitation of vulnerable individuals. That's all for today. Want to know more? Subscribe, like, and share this video to uncover the bizarre stories.